I have made some bad mistakes in my time, but that's the breaks, and I'll bet I've had way more fun than you.
Well, hello there, welcome back again to another episode of Kip Does Stuff. Today's episode, I've got the shifter lever off of my 95 S10 pickup, my work truck, and someone had put this little lever on there. Doesn't work, doesn't connect to this, and it never had one on here, so I'm going to make myself a shifter knob for this today. It's pretty simple, but I feel like doing it because I don't like this. So let's get started at it. Okay, we'll start off by getting a piece of 1.5 by 1.5 cut out of this little section. Okay, next we need to find the center of this piece, so we'll just use a straight edge and draw a line across the corners. Okay, now over to the drill press. I'm going to put a 3/8" bit in here, and we're going to drill straight down to the center. I've got a stop block or stop set on the drill press. I'm going to hold this by hand. There we go, close enough. Okay, now I'm over at the table saw. I've got the blade height set just a little higher than the piece itself. I've got my miter set at about, I don't know, 10, 11 degrees. I don't know, I did it by eye. So that I can set this piece in here against the stop and trim off about half the distance between the edge of the piece and the hole, leaving angles all the way around it. So let's see how well that turns out. Okay, and here's what we've ended up with. Something to start with. So let's start doing a little more shaping on this. Okay, I decided to go back to the table saw and put a 45-degree bevel on the opposite end before I started filing. And now I'll start with a medium-sized file. Okay, and after all the filing has been done, we'll just move over here and start doing some sanding. Okay, got all the sanding finished, or at least what I feel like doing. I'm not going to put any finish on the knob itself. It's just a shifter knob for an old work truck, so it's going to get worn down and have fun. So now we'll just apply it to the shifter knob. We'll squeeze out what I'm going to call equal parts of a 2-part epoxy. Use an old stick to mix it together. Okay, and then we'll use the same stick to stick that epoxy in the hole. The reason I'm not using a threaded nut and then just using the epoxy to hold the nut in place is I went through everything I have and I could not find one of the proper size. So I went with my backup plan, liberal amounts of epoxy. Okay, and this thing should thread on a little bit. Okay, we're getting some squeeze out there. It looks like we're all the way at the bottom of the hole, so I'll just lay this aside for a few hours and give it time to dry. Okay, so here we go. Here's what we got. I decided last night before I went to bed to throw a quick coat of black paint on this and do a little sanding this morning, make it nice and smooth. Turned out okay. It's definitely not coming off. Better than it was before because there was nothing here at all except for that little thing that someone had put on there for looks. And it feels pretty good. I think it's going to work good. I think I'm going to go install it on the truck. And that'll be it for me. Thanks for watching.